The bats are hot, the pickles are rolling as we head into another West Coast League series. We welcome you back here to Walker Stadium, everyone. Ben Creighton on hand for game one of this three-game series as the Portland Pickles get set to take on the Cowlitz Black Bears. The Pickles, as I mentioned a second ago, are absolutely on a tear right now. They have won 5 straight West Coast League games. They now sit in second place behind the Corvallis Knights. Overall, Portland has won 9 straight games. They are absolutely rolling, and that is a big part because of their hot bats in the box. As we go to the starting lineups, first for the lineup for the Cowlitz Black Bears, Brock Bozette will be leading it off at third base. Brock Mortensen, the center fielder, hitting second. Jacob Stitton right now third in the West Coast League in batting average, hitting .370. Will be hitting third. Henry Mensch, the left fielder, in the cleanoff spot. Kerry Arboleda, the designated hitter, in the 5 spot. Wilson Weber, the catcher, hitting 6. Jaden Shepard, the first baseman, in the 7 spot. Riku Nishida, a name that should sound pretty familiar to Pickles fans, and especially those of you who are following the Wild Wild West League. He's hitting in the 8 spot. And then Matthew Schwartz is rounding out the lineup, hitting 9th for the Cowlitz Black Bears. And on the hill tonight for the Pickles, they'll give the ball to Ian Lawson, making his second start. 2 1/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. Hasn't allowed an earned run so far this season. As he will face off Brock Bozette to lead things off. First offering from Lawson, and goes over to first. Ivan Luna will step on the bag. 1 pitch, 1 out. Ivan Luna getting the start tonight over at first base. Kyle Dernetti at second. Jacob Jablonski at short. Noah Guyette at the hot corner. Matt Jew in left field. Carter Booth in center. Ryan Gardino in right field. And Evan Leibel catching balls and strikes tonight. Here's Brock Mortensen hitting second. First offering. Swing and a miss. 0-1. This series will feature right now the top 2 pitching staffs in the West Coast League right now. 0-1 is below the knees. 1-1. One 1 from Lawson. That one high, 2-1.
Dimensions here at Walker Stadium. It's a very small ballpark. 304 to left field, 335 to dead center, and just 305 down the right field line. Now
Cowlitz has only allowed 59 earned runs. Portland 64, the top 2 in the West Coast League right now. As Mortensen faces a 3-1 count.
3-1 coming up to Mortensen. Right-hander Lawson has a long look in against Brock, who has a slightly open stance, and
that one hit the opposite way, foul.
That's going to go foul over on the
3 and 2.
Way out of play, over towards a little bit of a picnic area that they've got going on. That's a pretty nice ballpark down here in Portland. A lot of places for fans to sit. There's picnic tables scattered throughout the outfield wall, of course, beyond the field.
Payoff coming from Lawson, swing and a miss as he gets his first K of the night. 5th strikeout of the summer for Ian Lawson. And now bring up Jacob Stinson. As I mentioned a second ago, right now, 3rd in the West Coast League in batting average, hitting .370 this season.
6 multi-hit games. His big reason is a .345 batting average. He's got an on-base of .424 and a slugging of .466. There's a really nice family as well. I met his mom and dad in the last series. As a left-hander, it takes one high.
Takes a first pitch strike, 0-1.
Stinson also with 3 doubles, 2 triples, and 3 runs batted in. His 11 runs scored is tied for 3rd on the team with Henry Mensch. Lefty against the righty, and for next offering, rather.
1-1 is that one above the letters.
Your Black Bears in their black jerseys, trimmed out in orange with the
17 hits for Stinson. 2 doubles, 2 triples, 2 RBIs so far this summer. 1-1. Over to the right side, takes a weird hop into the outfield for a base hit.
actually playing in shallow right field, tried to dive for it.
Tough play there for Ivan Luna over at first base, and the Black Bears have their first base runner of the night. Here's Henry Mensch.
When we talk about hot hitters, well, Henry Mensch has got to be
304 this season, Henry Mensch.
leading the team with a 429 on base percentage and a 611 slugging.
14 hits this season for Mensch. First offer into the left fielder. Over to Jablonski. Flips over to Dernetti for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the first. Pickles look to strike first. Again, their bats are hot. We'll see if they can produce.
No errors and 1 left aboard.
B-E-F-A-S-T.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast.
B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break of vodka.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Pickles coming up to the dish for the first time tonight as Kyle Dernetti is going to lead it off here for Portland. And like I mentioned before, this Pickles offense is on a tear right now. Just talking about West Coast League play in their series against Wenatchee, they scored 17 runs, not just once, but twice. First pitch to Dernetti is way up high for a ball, 1-0. Kelly Austin getting the start on the bump tonight for the Cowlitz Black Bears, 1-0 with a 2.70 ERA and is making his 4th start.
So here comes Dernetti to the plate, hitting 200, 4 hits, and 20 at-bats, and a couple of runs batted in.
And the Pickles also scored 17 a couple nights ago against the Portland Rosebuds in a non-league game. So to say the bats are hot, maybe an understatement for this Pickles squad.
Now, as we mentioned before, Austin does not walk many batters, only 5 this season. He went 8 innings in his last appearance, allowing 3 runs.
2-0 to Dernetti.
Right at the knees for a strike.
2-1.
2-1 coming on up to the right-hander hitting Dernetti.
Dernetti hitting 200,
On the season,
4 hits,
Pickles hitting 230, slashing 230,
2 RBIs for the Oregon State Beaver. A matchup of future Pac-12 foes as this one is driven deep into center, but the center fielder Brock Mortensen makes the squeeze for the first out.
for out number 1. And again, that center field is incredible.
One down as we take a look at the rest of the lineup for the Pickles tonight. Noah Guyette coming up to the box right now, hitting 2nd. Matt Jew hitting 3rd. Ryan Gardino in the 4th spot. Ivan Luna hitting 5th. Connor Hendricks, who's been on an absolute tear. If you want to just talk about individual hitters for this Pickles squad, 467 early on. Evan Leibel hitting 7th. Jacob Jablonski, he as well as Matt Jew and Ivan Luna, each with 2 home runs this season for the Pickles. And Carter Booth will be rounding out the lineup, hitting 9th for Portland.
Weber will go out and have a chat, and while they talk things
Wilson Weber
let's meet the entire Black Bears defense.
will go out to chat to his right-hander.
Mortensen in center. Jacob Stinson is in right field. Brock Bozette mans the hot corner with Matthew Schwartz at short. Rika Nishida at the Keystone and Jaden Shepard at first base. Behind the plate is Wilson Weber, and on the mound is Kelly Austin.
Here's Guyette hitting .286.
Set to face his first pitch from Austin. One batter, one out for him so far. As he
Fouls it off, 0-1.
and bounced straight back into the screen, 0-1. Taking a look here, fairly modest backstop here, not too far away.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not a ton of foul ground on the left and right side either.
I will say, we've gotten a lot of great camera shots over the last couple of games of the guys in the dugout. Always having a great time. 0-1. That one upstairs, 1-1.
One ball and one strike. The Portland Pickles wearing their home white jerseys today. Pickles written across the front in navy blue cursive, underlined, and also with a navy blue number on the
1-1 to Guyette.
as well as Austin misses
Takes another one up high, 2-1.
back. They've got navy blue numbers outlined in white as well. White pants with navy blue piping, navy blue socks, although some of them with the stirrups, and navy blue batting helmets for the Pickles today. So now Austin's 2-1 delivery and
2-2 as Guyette once again fouls it off.
again to the right of Wilson Weber. And we'll even the count now at 2-2. This is a very pivotal series between these two squads. They're separated by just 2 games in the standings, and really everybody that's not the Corvallis Knights in the South Division are jockeying for that second place spot. Just to give
And
themselves
Guyette will call
a
time before the next pitch. By the way, Jordan Smart, our home plate umpire tonight, Eric Swift out in the field.
2 balls and 2 strikes coming on up to Guyette. Again, 8-4-28 on the season. Here's the
2-2 Guyette goes down Hacken.
Kelly Austin beats him with the breaking ball and sends him down for his first strikeout of the year.
2 down for Portland. And here comes Matt Jew,
Matt Jew, and again, he's on
one of the many Santa Clara Broncos on this Pickles roster.
Jew is hitting .361
And really,
on the season. He's
a lot of these Broncos who are playing in a Pickles uniform this summer are absolutely on a tear, making a big impact offensively. Matt Jew, one of them, .361 this season with 13 hits, 7 RBIs. I mentioned just a second ago, tied for the lead on this Pickles roster with 2 dingers this season.
pair of dingers, 7 ribbies, 13 hits. It's tied for first, and a trio of doubles as well. Next off,
0-1, late on that one, 0-2.
change there from Kelly. No balls and 2 strikes. Well, one thing you could say about
Jew, along with Connor Hendricks, will be coming up later in the order. You got Eamon Lance, who has had some big ABs, and Tony Boetto, who's done a solid job behind the dish. 0-2, and he goes down swinging. 2 strikeouts for Kelly Austin in the bottom of the first. We go to the top of the second. Still goose eggs.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying?
We go to the top of the second, still scoreless between Portland and Cowlitz as we get our first look at the rest of the action going on in the West Coast League tonight. Early on in the top of the third, the Bellingham Bells leading the Corvallis Knights 1-0. Same score down at Walla Walla with Yakima Valley up 1-0 on the Sweets. And in the top of the third, still scoreless between Port Angeles and Wenatchee. Kerry Arboleda will lead it off here in the top of the second for the Cowlitz Black Bears. First offering from Ian Lawson. That one burns the outside part of the zone, 0-1.
Arboleda also with a 339 on base percentage and slugging 385 this season. The only hit a Jacob Stinson hard
The 0-1.
to right field. That's the only base runner.
That one misses low, 1-1. Arboleda hitting 286 this season with 12 hits, 8 RBIs for this Black Bears squad.
Against the Walla Walla Sweets last week. In that 15-inning affair, he drove in Jacob Stinson, who was waiting for him on third base. Here comes the 1-1 out to the right-hander.
High chopper over to third. Guyette across the diamond. Luna, did he land the tag? No, he didn't. And that's what Luna is saying. He's saying he got the tag. But Eric Swift says, nope, safe at first. Hard to see from that angle. If we got a little bit closer look, maybe. But unfortunately, that's the only look we can give you all at home. And Coach Maggs is out now to talk it over with Eric Swift. And Ivan Luna playing a lot of first base this summer, as now Swift and Jordan Smart are going to have a conversation here. See if there will be a reversal on this call. Because you saw it after the play. Ivan Luna, they're going to keep him on first base as he's ruled safe. Luna pleaded his case, saying he tagged Arboleda, but he will be on first. Here's Wilson Weber.
In 46 tries. Weber heading on to Oregon State. As a right-hander with an open stance. First offering to him. Pounds the mid on the outside corner. 0-1 to Weber. And yeah, you'll see Weber hitting 193, but with runners in scoring position hitting 294.
As I was about to mention a second ago, Ivan Luna has been playing a lot of first base this summer. Breaking ball just misses inside. 1-1. Ivan Luna, one of the starting outfielders for the Fresno State Bulldogs this past season, but obviously playing at first base this summer. It's kind of one of those things, you know, when you reference the movie Moneyball, that one is hammered into center, and that one gets past Carter Booth and will roll all the way to the wall. Arboleda rounds third. He's going to get hauled up, but thrown over the third, and Arboleda is nailed at third. Took too big of a turn around third base, and he is nabbed right there. Arboleda took a hard turn around third. Looked like he was going to try to stretch it all the way home for Cowlitz's first run of the night, but then just gets nailed at third trying to retreat back. Weber gets on second. Here's Jaden Shepard, the first baseman.
Shepard starting to climb his average back up, hitting 203. First pitch to him is a fastball missing low, 1-0. Jaden with 12 hits and 59 at-bats, 3 doubles, a home run, and 9.
And again, talking about Luna, maybe it's one of those things you see like in the movie Moneyball, or really what the Oakland Athletics did when they got Scott Hatteberg. Wasn't a natural first baseman, played catcher, but they put him at first base. As that one is called a strike, 1-1. But put him at first base, obviously, to give him a spot in this lineup, and Luna has really produced. Not only this summer, but this past spring down at Fresno State, coming off a fantastic season offensively for the Bulldogs. 1-1, breaking ball from Lawson. 1-2.
Much to the jubilation of the local public address announcer, you probably heard that one. So 1-2 coming up with Weber sitting on second base. Again, the team now up to 202 with runners in scoring position.
Lawson with a long look back, now finally comes home, over to short. Throws it to second, and now Weber is nailed at second. And now Weber jumped off the bag too much. So 2 down. So it could have been a solid start here in the top of the second offensively for the Cowlitz Black Bears, but now they got 2 outs and just with a runner on first.
Was playing here in the Wild Wild West League before getting
So here's Riku Nishida. And again, like I mentioned earlier, a name that should sound familiar to Pickles fans, especially if you follow the Wild Wild West League. Was picked up by Cowlitz back in June as he takes a first pitch strike. Played several games here at Walker Stadium before making his way up I-5. And right now hitting .240 with 6 hits. Check over at first. A pitch out. As Leibel is just going to take a long look over at Jaden Shepard at first base.
But also not slow. He does have a couple of stolen bases in his winning tries. But the 6'6", 210-pound first baseman from Ohlone College, not exactly going to break for second on every opportunity he gets. 1-1, Nishida starting with his leg bent up in the air as the next pitch is.
Now and high and outside, 2-1.
Following him will be Matthew Schwartz, who's on a 4-game hitting streak. The Black Bears had the only 2 base runners and only 2 hits at this contest. But the base runners have been coming and going as both Kerry Arbolita and Wilson Weber have been caught out on the
Shows bunt, lays it down, but foul.
That's going to roll foul and just die in the grass over on the left end, so the count even at 2-2. Scoreless tie here at the top of the second inning. Deuces Wild on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trying to keep things rolling. Lawson's got his back foot right in the center of that pitching rubber as trying to keep tabs on Jaden Shepard being held on by Ivan Luna at first base. And another throw over.
Another check over on Shepard. And it looks like they called a balk. Yep, called a balk. So Shepard will head to second, and we'll get another conversation between Jordan Smart and Mags.
Another deliberation between these umpires. This time it's going to be between Smart, though, and the Portland manager. The ball calls seldom overturned here.
So Shepard heading over to second.
Much better spot. If he can slot one into the gap, Jaden Shepard can score and put Cowlitz up 1-0. Nishida drove in 25 runs for Mount Blue Community College this season. He's knocked in 5 for the Black Bears. So 2 balls and 2 strikes coming up to Riku. Digging back in is Ian Lawson looking to retire the final batter of this inning. The Black Bears looking to score. Lawson with a long look home, getting the sides from Leibel.
Two's home.
The 2-2 is upstairs. 3 balls and 2 strikes coming on up to the second baseman for the Black Bears. Nishida from Osaka, Japan. 5'6", 145 pounds, but certainly packs a punch, especially for his size.
The payoff home. Lifted opposite way. Going back is Matt Jew. Underneath it for the 3rd out. Well, the Cowlitz Bears were able to threaten, but a couple base running mistakes cost them in the top of the second. Bottom 2 we go.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Another beautiful night here at Walker Stadium. Really, it's going to be beautiful weather for every single night of this three-game series, especially with the temperatures cooling down tomorrow and on Thursday. Ryan Gardino will lead it off here in the bottom of the second, hitting .289 this season, 13 hits, tied for the team lead along with Matt Jew in that category. First offering from Kelly Austin, the future UCLA Bruin. First pitch strike, 0-1.
And you can count on Austin to fire a lot of strikes in there for the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Gardino with 9 RBIs this season.
Accuracy pitchers on the team.
One behind the two leaders, and Leo Mosby and Jacob Jablonski broken bats over to second for out number 1.
Sends that one over to first for out number 1. So I think the ball went just a little bit farther than the bat did.
And here comes Ivan Luna.
But as they say, you play the ball as the machine it did.
Luna hitting .286 this season, 10 hits. And I mentioned it earlier about Ivan Luna having a tremendous offensive season down with the Fresno State Bulldogs, as this one is lifted into center. And diving by Mortensen. Did he hang on? Yes, he did. Nice snag out in center field by Brock Mortensen.
It actually looks a little bit more like a stop, drop, and roll action.
And quickly 2 down for the Pickles.
Glove is on fire instead of his body.
As I mentioned before, for Ivan Luna, coming off a .310 batting average this college season. And you want to talk about guys who are really making their mark offensively this summer here in Portland. You talk about Connor Hendricks. What a start that he has had in a Pickles uniform as he takes ball 1. .467 so far this season for Connor Hendricks. 7 hits with 4 RBIs. And even though he's hitting .467, not listed among the leaders in the West Coast League, and the reason for that is because the players on the list must have at least 2.7 plate appearances per game. But like I mentioned, Hendricks has only played in now a 7th game, and this will be his 16th at bat of the season. 3-0 to Hendricks as he takes a strike, 3-1.
3-1. And again, you can count on Austin to fire in strikes day in and day out. Walk just over 1 batter per contest. And 3-1 on the way.
Hendricks laid on that one, 3-2. As Kelly Austin is looking to battle back after being down 3-0. Now facing a full count here. Payoff with 2 down. Kendricks slaps one into shallow left, and Mensch will be there for out number 3. We already go to the top of the 3rd, still scoreless.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Pickle vodka.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
To the bottom of the order for the Black Bears here in the top of the third. Matthew Schwartz will lead it off. Going up against Ian Lawson. Tall drink of water, 6'6", 227 pounds. Coming off his freshman season down in Corvallis for Mitch Canham's squad. First pitch up high for a ball, 1-0. Lawson this past season finished with a 1-0 record with a 2.00 ERA in 7 relief outings for the Beavers. 1-0. That one pops straight up. Leibel looking for it, trying to get underneath it. And Leibel makes the snag as he gets the congratulatory tap from Noah Guyette. One down. Here's Brock Bozette, 0-for-1 with a ground out. Lawson, another local product, donning a Pickles uniform. Grew up out in Hillsboro. Played at Century High School. Shows bunt, lays it down the third base line. And it will barely roll foul. For a second, it looked like it was going to be an unbelievably solid bunt there. But at the last second, just rolled foul. Lawson was once rated as the number 5 player in the state of Oregon. A 1 breaking ball off the dome. And 1 on with 1 down. I'll bring up Brock Mortensen. Struck out swinging in his first AB. A pitcher's duel early on between these future Pac-12 foes. Lawson comes with the first one, burns one by, 0-1.
Neither pitcher has allowed a run so far today, but the Black Bears haven't been able to get aboard. Kelly Austin has retired the first 6 Pickles that he's faced in today's contest. And Bozette testing the limitations over there at first with an extra step, being held on by Luna. As the 0-1 is fouled.
Quickly 0-2 as he fouls that one off.
Evidence of some serious power. Mortensen with 2 doubles and a
0-2. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 2 down. And here comes Jacob Stinson, who singled in his first at bat. As I mentioned before, 3rd in the West Coast League in batting average, trailing Travis Bazana, and we've seen how strong of a hitter he can be for that Corvallis Knights squad. My goodness, hitting .378, leading the West Coast League, and Sam Linscott, 2nd on that list out of the Bend Elks, hitting .372. And then you got Jacob Stinson hitting .370. First offering for Lawson, hit and run. That one sliced into left field. Matt Jew running over and able to track it down for out number 3. Pickles still looking to get on the board for the first time tonight as we head to the bottom of the 3rd.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great call vodka.
Against Boston. Very smooth first couple of innings. He's thrown just 21 pitches, 14 for strikes.
Gordon Mitchell, intern
Down on strikeouts as Mr. Michael fires it down and Evan Lyle, the catcher, work his way on the plate. On the season, Lyle hitting 281, 9 hits, 32 at bats, 5 runs scored, 2 doubles, and a triple, and 5 driven in as they're going to do the dizzy bat out there on the field. And I always like that they do that a little bit earlier in the game. You don't want any potentially inebriated guys doing that. Let's see who's going to win. So Kyle Lutz was the first to finish. He's taking it nice and easy now, racing down the third base line or some of his buddies. But man on the left with the orange hat will take the victory. An exciting turn of events out there on the field here at Walker Stadium. So Austin had to wait a little.
Always a fan favorite here at Walker Stadium, the dizzy bat competition. Got to be careful, though. One of the guys almost took a tumble into the Pickles dugout. Thankfully, he's okay. You saw a couple Pickles players kind of run over to the fence separating the field and the dugout and kind of make sure he didn't flip over that fence separating the two, but he's okay. We return to action. Evan Leibel will lead it off here in the bottom of the third as he takes a first pitch strike on the outside.
Jumps ahead in the count 0-1. We mentioned that Austin was throwing 68.8%.
Kelly Austin coming off a season at Orange Coast College, 0-2.
As a swing and a miss there makes it an 0-2 count.
Finished with a 5.74 ERA with 18 Ks in 15 2/3 innings of work this past college season for Kelly Austin.
So the 0-2 coming on up.
But Evan Leibel
Austin looking for
with a
his third
solid
K of the
summer.
evening. As the 0-2 pitch breaks
That one
the ball,
outside for a
Johnson
ball,
goes
1-2.
too far. It is not backdoor the way Austin wanted
We
it.
talked about it several times throughout the summer. Evan Leibel, not really the best offensive season during his freshman campaign down at Loyola Marymount, but really has improved in the box this summer. And you hope that he can carry that momentum over into the 2022 season.
1 ball and 2 strikes remaining to Leibel. Well, the Black Bears want to get started on this final 6-game stretch of the first half off on the right foot, and it's a big reason why they have Kelly Austin out there. They also have Kyle Sandstrom in this series. And we'll be joined by Isaac Martinez as well at the end.
1-2 to Leibel.
Pitches for the Black Bears.
Just takes one above the letters, 2-2.
We'll leave the count at 2-2. Bases clear, bottom of the third, scoreless tie here at Walker Stadium down here in Portland. And we are very happy that you've decided to join us and spend a little time here on your Tuesday evening here on KBL. 2-2 from Austin.
Leibel check swing, win around.
Oh, yes, he did. Send Jordan Smart. And Kelly Austin sends his third batter down swinging.
And one down.
This one for the first out at the bottom of the third.
Third strikeout so far for Kelly Austin, as that's going to bring up Jacob Jablonski.
Jacob Jablonski coming on. Lefty shortstop. Number 6. Toward raucous cheer from the crowd. A lot of fans out here at Walker Stadium. They have a waiting list with their season tickets and capacity 2,600 filled to the brim today.
First pitch strike to Jacob Jablonski.
Fastball strike for the first pitch, and the count 0-1. Jablonski hitting 250, 11 hits, 44 at bats, 8 runs scored, pair of doubles, a triple, and 2 homers, 10 runs batted in.
0-2.
For first for the team lead, along with Mosby. As another strike fired by Austin.
250 this season for Jacob Jablonski.
Black Bears pitching has been excellent with those strucker hats. Max Petty struck out 11 in his outing.
1-2, that one up high.
Actually, lead eclipsed or tied Kelly Austin for the first on the team in a total game. Yeah, Clipson is the most Austin had was 10 against Corvallis. Change up, he got him.
Freezes up Jablonski.
Window shopping on the outside corner, and we'll send him down for out number 2. So now 4 Ks.
2 down as we go to Carter Booth.
Just 2 2/3. Here comes Carter Booth.
Obviously, the Pickles fans not happy about that strike 3 call. Carter Booth would like to get the offense going a little bit, not only in this game, but also personally as well. 0.43 average this summer here for the Pickles as he takes ball 1, 1-0.
He's thrown just 11 this inning. He can get out of it. Probably under 35, sitting at 32 currently.
1-0 to Booth. That one right down the gut.
Inside, 1 ball and 1 strike coming up to Booth. And a clash of 2 very different teams here. The Portland Pickles play very long contests. Continually exceeding
1 and 2.
Of course, you know by listening and watching the Black Bears games, rarely do we reach the 3-hour
Look at Picklebot, obviously
2-hour 20 minutes.
with a night off after having to work those final 3 innings back on Sunday night against the Portland Gherkins. It was really a hit or miss as Booth goes over to short, backhanded by Matthew Shorts, and Booth not able to beat it out. Out number 3 as Booth kind of comes up hobbling a little bit. Still no hits for the Pickles. We head to the 4th, still 0-0.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast.
B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
A pitcher's duel here in game 1 of this 3-game series between the Pickles and the Black Bears. A lot of dominance on the bump so far, both from Ian Lawson as well as Kelly Austin as we head to the top of the 4th. Lawson heading into his 4th inning of work. First pitch on the way. Burns the outside for a ball. 0-1 to Henry Mensch.
Looked like it hit the dirt, but that was just the puff of smoke, I guess, from the catcher. And it's the 0-1 coming on in.
2 hits for the Black Bears so far. This one into center. Carter Booth makes the out. 1 down.
When you're in center field, it's very different to gauge the depth of the ball, but right there to make the play was Booth. So 2 pitches.
Here comes Kerry Arboleda. Reached on an error in his first at bat. And by the way, it looks like Carter Booth is okay. I mentioned on that ground out to end the bottom of the 3rd, looked like he came up a little hobbling as he ran past the bag at first base, but obviously it looks like he's okay, so he's back out in center field.
Again, the Black Bears were the only base runners in this game. Had 4 of them. With a couple of hits, a fielder's choice, or rather a couple of hits and error to get back.
1-0 from Lawson.
Swing and a miss. They get
Big hack there. Game 2 of this series and game 3. Both 7:05 first pitches. Tomorrow night and then on Thursday back here at Walker Stadium. 1-1. And that one hit him.
Right on the second hit batter from Ian Lawson. Puts another
Two-hit batters now for the Black Bears from the arm of Ian Lawson, as here's Wilson Weber.
Almost certainly not getting the first run of this ball game. Arboleda on base for the second time today, 10 feet off the bat. And first pitch to Weber is a
First pitch, strike there.
count 0-1.
Weber got onto second base last inning.
He might be catching Ian Lawson next year.
That was the play where Arboleda took too big of a turn around third base and then got nailed trying to retreat back to the bag. That one in the dirt, gets past Leibel, and Arboleda will move up to second.
In there with the wild pitch, so Arboleda goes over to second base, and now the Black Bears
And Cowlitz with a chance
1-1 count coming up
to finally break this 0-0 tie.
Lawson missed so badly on the last one. Let's see if Weber can tag it and bring in carry for run number 1. And if Weber wants to hit the ball the other way, Kyle Ternetti is pinched over to second base, so a big hole between the second base and first base.
That one
That's
opposite
gonna be
way.
This is going to be caught.
And tracked down by Ryan Gardino.
That's the only problem here in the short outfield is the
For a second, it looks like that could have dropped for a base hit, but Ryan Gardino showing off the wheels and able to track it down for out number 2.
And Jaden Shepard, the team's last hope to try and score here in the top of the 4th. Shepard 0 for 1 reached on a fielder's choice as Weber was caught off the bag at second on a ball hit in front of him.
Jaden Shepard looking to trade places here with Kerry Arboleda,
So Arboleda on second.
as the Bears still looking for their first run as he fouls off the first offering.
Ricochet right off the netting and into the glove of Evan Leibel. How about that? Count 0-1. Leibel with the red catcher's gear, which delightfully contrasts with the rest of the Pickles normal motifs of the green, navy blue, and white. And Shepard awaits the 0-1, takes it down, and
1-1.
take there on the change. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jaden. Black Bears not staying here in Portland. Quick drive. Taking the ends back and forth. A fun trip. Also nice to be able to stay in their host family's beds or more of a home base. As the 1-1 comes in and
Shepard
this one high in the air.
into left, tough play, and that's going to bloop in front of Matt Chu, and the Black Bears have their first run of the night. Shepard will move up to second as Arboleda will come home and score. 1-0 Cowlitz as they strike first here in the top of the 4th.
And the Black Bears draw first blood. It's 1-0.
Here comes Riku Nishida to the box. And it looks like we're going to get a new pitcher here in the top of the 4th. So Ian Lawson had a great outing up until this top of the 4th. He gives up the first run of the game as the Pickles will go to a new arm out of the bullpen. 1-0 Cowlitz here in the top of the 4th.
1-0 Black Bears lead in the top of the 4th with 2 down. We'll step aside as we get ready for the new pitcher right here.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great call vodka.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great call vodka.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Jared Villalobos coming out of the pen here for the Pickles here in the top of the fourth. The fifth RBI of the season for Jaden Shepard will face Riku Nishida. First offering, fouled off. 2.57 ERA this season, 20 strikeouts in 14 innings of work so far this summer. Breaking ball, nice block there from Evan Leibel. Nishida flew out to left field in his first at bat back in the second.
Lawson's day is certainly not done with Shepard on second base. That's his responsibility. He can lose, but he cannot win today's game. 1-1 from the south.
Nishida, long foul ball into the berm.
And we're quickly at a 1-2 count. Kelly also returns to the mound. He'll have a lead to work with here, and will be going up against the top of the Portland Pickles order. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nishida. It's for his first hit of the contest. Flying out his first trip.
Long look back, the 1-2.
Nishida with a defensive swing, a slow trickle into third.
Guyette,
here's a throw.
and that will end at the top half of the fourth. But the Black Bears strike first, 1-0. Pickles look to get it back in the bottom of the inning.
As the Black Bears are finally retired here in the top of the fourth.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast.
B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
As I mentioned before, perfect night for baseball here at Walker Stadium. We head to the bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Cowlitz. As they look to snap this Pickles 5-game West Coast League winning streak. As we head back to the top of the Pickles order, and Kyle Dernetti, I should say, a fly out to center in his first at bat back in the first. 9 up, 9 down so far for this Pickles offense as Kelly Austin continues to work. First pitch, that will head into the berm in right field.
Of is now 36 pitches, 25 across the plate for him. And for Kelly, that sits at a cool, crisp 69.4%. It's getting a little hot up here in the booth, but now the sun is trying to work its way behind this tall tree line, which we're all thankful for. As now
1-1 to Dernetti. Coming off a .250 average with 2 RBIs and 16 at-bats this past season down in Corvallis for Oregon State. Another matchup of future Pac-12 foes with Dernetti at OSU As we mentioned before, Kelly Austin about to head to Westwood to play for UCLA.
Blackbears will certainly be keeping an eye on anything Richfield's doing, although of course they're playing a non-league game today.
On the ground is Short. Matthew Schwartz for the first out.
Quickly and on the sidearm delivery, sends him away for out number 1. So Schwartz continuing to earn his keep over there at shortstop. I believe that's his third play that he's made today.
10 up, 10 down. Here's Noah Guyette, who still looks to get the Pickles' first hit of the night.
Actually, no, that is Schwartz's second play that he's made. Guyette 0 for 1.
Meanwhile, 3 hits so far for Cowlitz.
Now 10 in a row for Austin. It's the first pitch to the left-hander, fastball on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Let's take a quick trip around the West Coast League here. The Bellingham Bells are 4-0 on the Corvallis Knights in the top of the 5th. Yakima Valley of 3-zip on the Walla Walla Sweets, also in the top of the 5th inning. And Wenatchee trailing Port Angeles 3-2.
1-1 to Guyette.
Of the 4th as Austin now darts one low and outside, 1-1. Bases clear, top 4, 1 down, 1-1 count. Cowlitz leading 1-0 against the Portland Pickles. As Austin kicks, fires the next one.
Guyette
Hard and
ripped the opposite way.
Matt Hughes got a duck out of the way in the on-deck circle, but fortunately he's got Keanu Reeves in the Matrix level reflexes over there. He's able to avoid that one. Now 1-2, Austin looking to pick up another K on the lefty. Ishida playing a little bit more up the middle as the 1-2 pitch, breaking ball is
Down the line and the left, and that will go off the netting.
and that's going to hit the netting. So he's
Again, one of the new features here at Walker Stadium this past season, obviously to provide that extra layer of protection for fans sitting in the berms this season.
in the South Division, but Yakima Valley
Starting to see that more and more at many major league parks.
as well as Bellingham, so a win for Bellingham today can really help them, especially if the Sweets can come around and win that game. This is the only contest that the Black Bears have to worry about today. These two teams battling for second place in the South Division, separated by 2 games in the standings. It's a 1-2. He got
Breaking ball.
another one caught.
Freezes up Guyette, doesn't agree with that one, and
Down for
a quick look back at home plate umpire Jordan Smart.
number 5.
And Smart is going to follow him. Well, looked like he was going to follow him for a second. Instead, he's actually just getting a couple new baseballs. It looks like, for a quick second, it looked like Guyette might have said something to Jordan Smart, and he was maybe walking toward him to maybe try to say something back, but instead he was actually just getting more baseballs.
Game out. You can really see what UCLA
Here's Matt Jew, also 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
gets under it and fouls it into the screen. 0-1 coming on up to the right-handed back. Again, Juice smoking hot at the plate. Even though he's 0 for 1 today, he's now still 12 for his last 24. There's the 0-1. Breaking ball swing.
Jew.
And a miss. As Jew cuts on top.
Waves at that breaking ball, 0-2. As Kelly Austin looks for yet another 1-2-3 inning.
Austin with 5 Ks already, looking for number 6 right here. And the 0-2.
Breaking ball outside, 1-2.
Away with the slider to not get Jew to chase. So still in a very manageable 1 ball and 2 strike count. And the final home series of the first half coming on up for the Black Bears, when they'll take on the Ridgefield Raptors from the 9th to 11th, Friday to Sunday. Come on down to David Sawyer.
1-2.
Get your tickets at CowlitzBlackBears.com
2-2.
for games 2 through 4 of the Columbia River Cup. Austin misses down and outside with a changeup, so now Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 downs. Austin doesn't agree with the first sign, now he's ready to go in lockstep with Weber. Kicks and fires, and again, it's
3-2.
full count now, 3-2. Of course, those home games will be available here on KEDO and KEDOAM.com, and also on the Cowlitz Black Bears YouTube page. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Austin against the 3-hitter for
Payoff with 2 down. Matt Jew
and this is
fouls it off into the Pickles dugout.
to the left of the Pickles dugout, so it will be a 7th pitch for Jew the next time Austin releases one. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 4 left for Cowlitz. For Portland, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and none left aboard for them. Austin doesn't want to lose him here as
3-2 all over again. Called strike 3.
Jordan Smart
Matt Jew with some words now to Jordan Smart. Several Pickles batters have really not been fans of Jordan Smart tonight. And same with the Pickles fans. That one a little low. And yeah, Matt Jew might have a case there. Top 5 we go. 1-0 Black Bears.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Pickles fans, don't forget to visit pickleshop.com for all your Portland Pickles apparel, hats, and much more. And obviously visit the merchandise tent here at Walker Stadium for a lot more that you can't find online. Again, pickleshop.com. First pitch.
So let's give you Lawson's full line as the book is closed on in.
Call a strike, 0-1.
Lawson started the game through 3 2/3 innings, allowed 1 earned run on 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, no walks for him through just
1-1
30 for strikes at 65.
from Villalobos.
As Villalobos misses down and away, 1-1. And from the extreme third base side of the rubber, this is down and inside, 2-1 coming up from the reliable left-hander from the Portland pen. It's his team leading 8th appearance for them. He's only made 1 start and dazzled in that appearance, as I mentioned earlier. It's a 2-1.
This one popped up foul.
And that'll trip it out way.
2-2 to Matthew Schwartz.
2 balls and 2 strikes coming on up to the LCC shortstop. Black Bears doing what they do, playing another fastball game here at Portland. Like to see the offense pick up just a little bit.
2-2. That one ripped through the hole into left for a base hit.
So Matthew Schwartz continues to stay hot. That is a 5-game hitting streak for the Black Bears middle infield.
And now we go back to the top of the Cowlitz lineup. And Brock Bozette.
So let's flip things over. Brock Bozette up for the 3rd time today. He is 0 for 1.
Ground out and got plunked in his last at-bat back in the 3rd.
Righty against the lefty. And the Black Bears do have a couple of left-handers in their order. A couple of them coming on up. After Bozette, as Mortensen and Stinson both hit from the left end. First pitch to Bozette is down and away. Over in the right-hander's batter's box, 1-0. And Villalobos, another guy not prone to walks, just 3 on the season to 23 strikeouts. And right now he's throwing 60% of his pitches for strikes, 6 to 10.
Shows bunt, popped up into the netting.
And into the high screen. 1-1 to the Black Bears third baseman. Bozette has hit all over the lineup for this team. Has really found a home in the leadoff spot. High on base guy, drives in a lot of runs, can do a lot of different things. Has some power. As we mentioned, a home run on the season, but also leading the team with a trio of bunt base hits. Here's the 1-1.
1-1.
Swing and a miss.
Behind on that one, 1-2.
On that swing, falls behind 1-2.
As Villalobos looks for the strikeout here
Black Bears
for the first out.
turn the ball game for either side in the top of the 4th.
Again, always a reliable arm out of the bullpen for this Pickles pitching staff.
Schwartz with a big lead off the bag at first base, being checked off from
1-2.
Kicks delivers a 1-2, and Bozette
Called strike 3 on the outer half, and Bozette doesn't like that call.
the 3rd strikeout of Black Bears batters today, and there's 1 down at the top of the 5th.
Now bring up Brock Mortensen. A rough night so far, 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks.
Again, looking to bust out of this slump that he's reached for the Black Bears. We know how talented this guy can be. He's
That one inside for a ball, 1-0.
But as anybody's season goes, ebbs and flows. I'm sure he's going to start catching fire sooner or later. Misses one low, Villalobos does, and the count 1-0. See if they send Schwartz here to try to put him into scoring position. They have not tested Libel's arm today. As the 1-0 comes
1-0, that one lifted high,
over on
but
the
foul.
right side, and that's going to hit the seats. 1-1 to Morrison. Cowlitz have won 3 of their last 4 games. They won 7-4 against Walla Walla, 4-3 against the Swedes in 15-inning affair, then dropped 8-7 against Cascade Collegiate in a 10-inning game, and they won 2-1.
That one bounces in front of the dish, gets away from Leibel, and Schwartz will move up 90 feet.
Now with a 2-1 count, that's a wild pitch for Villalobos. Now wild pitch for both pitchers that have come on out there for Portland. Morrison is certainly in a hitter's count, 2-1, another runner in scoring position for the Black Bears this season. Brock Mortensen. So we're fishing for the stat now.
2-1. That one behind him.
Takes one off the plate again, 3-1. So 2 for 7 hitting, 286, not too bad for him. Also with a hard hit rate of 34.8%. So if he hits one, at least barrels one up, that should score Schwartz from second. Here's 3-1.
3-1.
Takes one on the outside.
Right down the gut. 3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. James Stinson waits on deck. It's not too sure. It's going to take about a 15 lead off the bag at second base with Jablonski shadowing right behind him in the shortstop. Now the payoff pitch coming on into Mortensen. Long look for Villalobos.
3-2.
3-2.
And he gets hit.
The third Black Bears hit batter. And, well, luckily they do have ice over there on the bench. As they're going to have a couple of black and blues up there. Now Jacob Stinson stepping to the plate. 1 for 2 of the
And this is a guy that if you're Portland, you don't want stepping into the box right now. Jacob Stinson. Again, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, one of the best hitters in the entire league. Hitting .370. Already with a single tonight back in the top of the first. First offering to him. That one in the air into left. Running in is Matt Jew. And makes the snag for out number 2.
sent him away. For out number 2. So Stinson jumped on the first pitch he saw it.
Now bring up Henry Mensch.
Not with enough carry, as that'll put Henry Mensch to the plate. Mensch 0 for 2 with a tough line out to center and a fielder's choice today. Driven in 9 this season for the Black Bears. Someone who hit in the bottom of the order, but then he's just started to hit home run after home run, and Brian Burris is like, all right.
Swing and a miss there, 0-1.
Clean up. Swings and misses here, 0-1.
Jared Villalobos looking to get out of this top of the 5th. Gave up that leadoff single from Matthew Schwartz. Looking to hold off this Cowlitz offense again. This one into left. Matt Jew covering a lot of real estate, but not able to make it.
Just a yard over to the left side. I thought Mensch might have had his 4th home run, but then just started a single.
0-2.
Behind 0-2.
Ends up just being a long strike.
He's off that hard hit rate. Mensch is right up there at 29%.
Again, Jared Villalobos looking to get out of this top of the 5th.
Villalobos certainly will need to take it a little easier here after that long fly ball.
Comes sets 0-2.
2-1. The next one to Henry.
That one just low for a ball, 1-2.
Coming on up to the Black Bears left fielder. And don't forget to follow your Cowlitz Black Bears no matter where you are on their following social media platforms at Cowlitz Black Bears on Instagram and at Cowlitz B Bears on Twitter.
1-2, fouls it off as he continues to battle.
Keep it 1 and 2. Also on Facebook, smash that like button. Cowlitz Black Bears page and of course on YouTube for home games and bonus.
2 on here in the top of the 5th. 4 hits early on for the Black Bears. I guess I shouldn't say early on. We've been rolling through this one. We're already in the top of the 5th, and we've barely played an hour. 1-2, swing and a miss as Jared Villalobos ends the top of the 5th. A great response there from the southpaw. Bottom of the 5th, Pickles still looking for offense.
B-E-F-A-S B-A-S-T. Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast.
B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
To the bottom of the fifth, as the Pickles still looking for their first hit of the night. As Kelly Austin continues to deal out on the bump. Again, game one of this three-game set. Game two tomorrow night, of course, as it is every Wednesday here at Walker Stadium. Wolf Wednesday, come on out for some baseball. Perfect weather. Bring your best friends out to the ballpark as Ryan Gardino will lead it off. And then on Thursday night for the final game, it is going to be the cheesiest night in baseball. From what I'm being told, giveaway of a lot of Velveeta cheese, cheesy jokes, you name it. That's all I can give you right now. I need more info on that. Gardino takes ball 1-0. Gardino with a ground out in his first AB. Gardino takes 2-0 inside. Again, like I mentioned, we continue to zip through this one. Already in the bottom of the fifth, and we're barely an hour in. 3-0, just misses on the outside. Give a lot of credit to Kelly Austin for the job that he has done, the future UCLA Bruin, as he throws a strike 3-1. Give him a lot of credit, but at the same time, if you're a Pickles fan, you are obviously a little disappointed, especially with the offensive numbers that the Pickles put up in the last week. Right now, still with a goose egg on the scoreboard in the bottom of the fifth. 3-2 as Gardino thought he had ball 4. Gardino asking for clarification from home plate umpire Jordan Smart. Couple Pickles tonight have not agreed with a couple strike calls from Smart. As Gardino looks to fight here, 3-2. That one skied a mile high. Weber. That one will go up against the netting as that will land into the seats as Gardino stays alive. But again, this is a game that's not really unordinary for this Cowlitz squad. As I mentioned before, this series is featuring the top 2 pitching staffs right now in the West Coast League. Cowlitz number 1, Portland number 2. So at the same time, you're not really surprised with the performances tonight. On the mound, Gardino hammered into left, but that one will drift foul into the berm. For a second, it looks like Gardino went deep and could have tied this one up. But we go back to 3-2.
this evening.
Payoff again.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss on an off speed.
Austin, the ball would have falling right out of that curveball. That strikeout number 7 for Austin.
Here comes Ivan Luna.
Ivan Luna 0 for 1 today with a fly out to center field.
Over 1 tonight is Ivan Luna with a flyout, fouls off the first pitch.
And the count 0-1. Check out Kelly Austin. This season, for Orange Coast, his high was 11 and he hit it twice. He had double-digit strikeouts.
By the way, 7 strikeouts tonight for Kelly Austin.
Strikeouts in a game
0-1,
Black Bears this year as he misses
just misses outside. 1-1.
curveball there. And evens the count up at 1-1. Bases clear, bottom 5. Black Bears lead at 1-0 on Portland Field. Also with the triple toe tap before coming set.
1-1.
1-1.
That one way in front of the dish.
Went about 55 feet. So we'll go with a 2-1 coming up to the left-handed hitting Luna. Austin just dealing today. 62 pitches, 7 strikeouts, no walks, and no base runners allowed for him today.
We get a nice breeze here at Walker Stadium. Definitely welcoming.
Austin again.
2-1.
For the 2-1 delivery. Fastball.
Luna
And once
fouls
again,
that one off.
put on it by Luna. But it's going to be a souvenir, hopefully for a young fan up on the left side. We'll leave it out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I know David Story Field is a haven for foul ball collection. Looks like the same here. A big picnicky atmosphere here at Walker Stadium. Plenty of room for the fans. And
2-2 to Ivan Luna. On the ground over to first. Jaden Shepard will step on the bag for the second out. Here's Connor Hendricks, also over 1 tonight with a flyout into left.
I'm gonna call James Benny Creighton sitting over to my left, the Portland broadcaster. We said step on the bag at the same time. So he's gonna owe me a nice, cool, refreshing soft drink of his choice after today's contest. I did the same thing to Noah Wolf with Ben, so keeping it even for everybody. As Connor Hendricks comes up, he's 0 for 1. First pitch from Austin.
That one just misses outside to Connor Hendricks. Pickles still looking for that first hit of the night. And with Hendricks on an absolute tear this summer here in the Rose City, the Pickles hoping that maybe he can finally be the first Pickle to get on base tonight.
Kelly has retired 14 in a row for Cowlitz. Really showing off his best stuff today. All 4 pitches seem to be clicking.
2-0 to the Santa Clara Bronco, 3-0.
Down right in 3-0. Another 3-0 count for Kelly Austin. Yoshida over at second, playing a little bit closer to the bag. Let's see if Austin can get that get me over right here. As the 3-0 is a
That one right down the pipe.
3-1. So now Austin, every time that he's been in a 3-0 count today, has thrown a strike. Lefty Evan Leibel waits on deck. Bases empty, 2 down, 3-1 count. As he
3-1,
the next one, and
fouls it
it's
off,
third
3-2.
down again, Kelly Austin bounces back from down 3-0 to make it a full count. And Austin has been perfect with payoff pitches, 6 for 6 in terms of strikes. Defense has helped him out a lot today as well, but out of the 14 outs he's recorded, half of them have come by strikeouts. The 3-2 is
Ripped towards the Pickles dugout.
just beyond the Portland dugout and once again into the netting over on that end. No souvenir that time as the count again remains full. First and 3 here at Walker Stadium. Play at 7:05 on Wednesday and Thursday evenings. You can catch all the action right here on KEDO and KEDO AM. Another big 3-2 coming up for Austin.
Payoff once again to Hendricks as he chases. He'll try to get to first. In time at first. 15 up, 15 down for the Pickles. Kelly Austin continues to do work up on the bump. To the 6th we go. Still 1-0 Cowlitz.
Let's go to the 6th.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast.
B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
As I mentioned before, 15 up, 15 down for this Pickles offense. Kelly Austin with a strong performance tonight. Black Bears looking to give them some more run support here in the top of the sixth, as Kerry Arbolita will lead it off. Call the first pitch, strike. Got plunked as the second pitch into center. Carter Booth had to cover a lot of ground to catch that one down. Meanwhile, the Black Bears with 4 hits tonight. As here's Wilson Weber, a double and a flyout tonight. Villalobos comes home. First pitch over to short. Jacob Jablonski. Off balance throw. Nice play by the shortstop. 2 down. And that will step in Jaden Shepard, I should say. Brought home the first run and only run of the night with that RBI single back in the 4th. Also reached base on a fielder's choice. That one low for a ball, 1-0.
Villalobos has come in and provided some really solid relief so far. 2 innings, and struck out 2 and allowed just 1 hit and hit 1 batter.
That one high into right center. Gardino underneath it. Another 1-2-3, top half of the inning. Pickles still looking for their first run, still looking for their first base runner, still looking for their first hit as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast.
B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break a vodka.
Well, I'll tell you what, the UCLA Bruins, they're getting a really, and I may be underestimating here, a really quality arm in Kelly Austin when he makes his way to Westwood for the 2022 season. 71 pitches, still hasn't given up a hit against this Pickles offense. Evan Leibel will look to change that as he leads it off here in the bottom of the sixth. Leibel slices it into left, backing up is Mensch, and makes the grab for the first out. One pitch, one down. And here's Jacob Jablonski, who struck out looking in his first at bat back in the third. Pickles dugout trying to stay loose here, down 1-0. Jablonski also into left. This one shallow, but this time Matthew Schwartz, the shortstop, he covered a lot of real estate to track that one down, and quickly 2 down. And now we go to Carter Booth. Also 0 for 1. Ground out to short in his first AB.
Austin kicks, fires, and misses in the dirt. Big flat
1-0.
Sun completely set out there, about in the mid-tree line as the lights have come on.
8 strikeouts tonight for Austin.
As well, but barely any win recognizable from the flags as the next one.
1-1.
Strike at the knees for Booth, and we even the count at 1-1. Again, the Black Bears lead it just by 1, but the lead feels a lot larger given the way Austin's pitched today. As the 1-1.
Booth into the gap in right center, and that's going to get into the alleyway. Carter Booth takes a hard turn around first, and he's in there with a stand-up double. And the Pickles with their first hit of the night in the bottom of the sixth. The no-no is gone from Kelly Austin. The no-no and the perfect game gone from the future UCLA Bruin. Here's Kyle Dernetti back to the top of the order here for the Pickles. But Austin with a chance to still get out of this bottom of the sixth, holding on to a 1-zip lead as Dernetti also 0 for 2. First pitch called a strike.
So in the bottom of the sixth, the Pickles finally getting to their order for the third time. Pitch number 78 coming up for Austin.
0-1 to Dernetti. Breaking ball misses high.
Still sharp as
And there are pitchers getting warmed right now in the Cowlitz bullpen.
Austin certainly with the longest leash on the team as the 1-1.
Dernetti fouls it off 1-2.
Now, wouldn't be surprised to see Austin come right back and strike out Dernetti here. That's just the kind of pitcher he is. He gives up a big hit, and seldom will you see him make back-to-back mistakes. Now Austin sets tying runner.
1-2, 2 down.
2 count coming on up. And pitch to Dernetti.
As Dernetti check swing, able to hold up on that one, 2-2.
strikes, 2 down. Bottom of the 6th, Cowlitz looking to hang on to their 1-0.
Two's coming home from the future UCLA Bruin. We'll delay that as Austin looks back.
For the next offering to Drunetti. Now he readies himself for the 2-2.
Two's to Dernetti.
Kicks, fires, and
Goes
swings.
down Hacken. So the perfect game may be gone, but Kelly Austin holds the Pickles to still a goose egg on the scoreboard. Still 1-0 Cowlitz. So we head to the 7th.
Their turn at the plate.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast.
B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
To the 7th we go. Still 1-0 Cowlitz, looking to take game 1 of this series as we take a look at the rest of the action. Again, going on in the West Coast League. The Bellingham Bells on top of the Corvallis Knights, 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th. The Walla Walla Sweets have retaken the lead, 5-3 over the Yakima Valley Pippins in the bottom of the 7th. And Port Angeles on top of Wenatchee, 5-2 in the top of the 6th. Here's Riku Nishida, shows bunt, look out. 2-0. Watch this again.
2-0.
Showing off the hops. 2-0. That one called a strike, 2-1. 0 for 2 tonight with a fly out and a ground out. Fouled off, 2-2.
Here we are. $1 Wickles Pickles on the party deck. Let's go!
A lot of energy here at Walker Stadium. A big crowd. Staying energetic throughout.
2-2. And that one's going to be foul. And
that's going to go foul over by some. Oh, it looks like an inflatable house or something over there. That's pretty cool. It's also reads your pitching velocity. I'd love to go over there and see how high above 40 miles.
Nishida slapped into left for a base hit.
Into left field for a base hit. That's exactly what Nishida was doing today in batting practice for the Black Bears. I was impressed by the way.
And the leadoff man on.
That certainly pays off here in the top.
Now to the bottom of the order with Matthew Schwartz, who singled in his last at-bat back in the 5th. And we're going to get a new pitcher coming in here for the Pickles. And as Mags will come out and come get Villalobos. Another call to the pen. 1-0 Cowlitz looking to extend this lead here in the 7th.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break of vodka.
B-E-F-A B-A-S-T. Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast.
B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break of vodka.
Mags will now go to the right-hander, and Kyle Hoskins will take over here in the top of the 7th as he will face Matthew Schwartz. Hoskins out of Cal State Northridge. Coming from a strong baseball family, his older brother Cole pitched at Grand Canyon on the hit and run as that one is fouled off.
6'3" sidearm thrower, 195 pounds from Cal State Northridge. He's making his 6th appearance on the season, including non-league games. He's got a 1-0 record with a .9.
Hoskins has yet to allow an earned run this season, 8 strikeouts and 4 2/3 innings of work, making his 4th appearance of the summer. Throw over.
Not in time to catch the shooter. In his most recent game, he went 1 inning in a 7-2 win against Wenatchee. Walked 1 and struck out the other 3 batters that he faced. So pitching from the third base side of the rubber, gets ready to throw the
Another check over.
Instead fires to first, and that's not in time. This game really cruising along here. Already 2/3 of the way into this game, and just above an hour and a half carrying in. Again, that's Cowlitz Black Bears baseball this season. Outside of the couple extra inning games they've had, really just keeping it under 3 hours.
0-1. Over to third. Guyette out at second as they turn the double play. 5-4-3 double play.
Hot shot, and there's quickly 2 down. So now Villalobos' split can be closed.
And we go back to the top of the Black Bears order, and Brock Bozette.
Villalobos in 2 1/3 innings did not allow a run on just 2 hits and 2 strikeouts through 36 pitches, 24 strikes. That is 66.7%. Bozette is 0 for 2 today, but has been hit by a pitch. First offering is a swing and a miss off the slider. And 0-1 coming up.
0 for 2 tonight, a ground out, a backwards K, and also got plunked as well.
Still not a lot of action in the
Just
lineup.
misses on the outside.
Billy Austin's game in the bottom of the 7th as this misses to Bozette. 1-1.
The 1-1. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did, according to Eric Swift.
As Eric Swift, so now Bozette in a 1-2 hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, top 7. 1-0 Cowlitz lead. Another tight ball game.
1-2. Goes down, hacking. Kyle Hoskins. Impressive out of the pen. Stretch time. 1-0 Cowlitz as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
You're tuned in to the Black Bears.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast.
B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Noah Guyette, Matt Jew, Ryan Gardino due up for the Pickles here in the bottom of the 7th. As Kelly Austin still out there on the hill for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Had that perfect game broken up last inning due to that Carter Booth double into the right center gap. 0 for 2 tonight is Guyette with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch outside for a ball.
Players, well, tune into the YouTube page and check out On the Road with the Black Bears.
1-0. That one a long strike, 1-1.
You can experience some interviews with all of your favorite Black Bears and also check out the post-game show tab as well. There's some nice content there. I think we have 2 with Kelly Austin, so if you want to hear from him, be sure to find us at Cowlitz Black Bears YouTube page. You can also catch every home game there as well.
1-1. Guyette ripped over to second. Nishida over to first for the first out. And here's Matt Jew, also over 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Number 30, Matt.
Here's Matt Jew. 0 for 2 today. Couple of Ks for him as well. First one to Jew is right up.
That one called a strike, 0-1.
Again, if Cowlitz are able to win this one today, they'll be able to move up in the standings for second place. This is punched down
And a bloop single into right center. Matt Jew with his first hit of the night, only the second hit for the Pickles. Same story for Ryan Gardino, 0 for 2. A ground out and a strikeout. Tying run at first with 1 down. Austin with a throw over to check on Matt Jew. That one outside for a ball, 1-0.
Black Bears, no stranger to the double play. We've had a couple of games where they've done that a trio of times. And their infield, especially the 4 guys out there right now, certainly capable of it. Long pause.
1-0.
1-0 is upstairs.
Lays off the high stuff, 2-0.
From the lead stretch for just the second time today. Now, he pitches exclusively from the stretch. One of us slides the absolutely instead of his regular leg kick. Austin is falling behind in the count. Ground ball's all he needs, though. 2-0. Hit in the air and...
That one high and out of play.
2-1 coming on up as the Black Bears have the bearded wonder, Michael Benz, warming up in the pen. Listen, I'll fight tooth and nail. Michael Benz is the best beard in the West Coast League. I'm getting a couple nods from in here. All right. Always knowing 2-1 now for Boston.
This one also popped up, and this will also drift foul into the stands.
He's going to drill foul into the seat, so a 2-2 count coming up to Martino. Austin's not hit the pitch, so even with the double play, he might not go back out there. He threw exactly 100 in this last outing where he went 8 innings. Two balls, 2 strikes with 1 down here at Walker Stadium. Runner on first base for Portland. That represents the tie.
2-2, another throw over.
Tag. Ooh, not in time again, but also a quick move for a right-hander. Looking like Michael Benz is in warming up in the pen. Benz with a great pickoff move as well.
2-2 with 1 down. That one blocked by Wilson Weber.
Able to keep Jew over there at first base, and that will fill the count out. Portland fans trying to get behind their team here because they have not seen a run, except for the one for the Black Bears back in the 4th inning. Austin so far perfect on 3-2 counts.
The payoff.
Runner goes, swing,
Off
and
speed,
it's 1-3.
throw down to
Here's the throw,
second,
Weber,
and they got the strike him out, throw him out.
Kelly Austin.
Beautiful throw from Wilson Weber behind the dish, and that will end the bottom of the 7th. We go to the 8th as Cowlitz once again holds off the Pickles offense, still 1-0.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast.
B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
Again, a great night. A lot of fans taking in a solid pitcher's duel tonight. There's Kyle Hoskins starting off the top of the 8th against Brock Mortensen. This one into right center. Mortensen hustling over to second, and he's going to get nailed at second. Big throw there. Got greedy trying to stretch it out into a double and gets thrown out.
Now batting right fielder number 18.
So that's a number 6 for the Black Bears, but they don't really have anything to show for it now as the bases are empty. And Jacob Stinson steps up. He is one of those 6 hits. He's 1 for 3 today. He's flying out.
Here's Stinson with a single.
This one down and away, and the count 1-0. Hoskins with that funky sidearm to lift.
Also with 2 flyouts tonight.
It certainly helps the left-handers. They can see the ball just a little bit longer. 1-0. Ooh,
Way inside. 2-0.
Would have been the 3rd Portland Pickles pitcher to plunk a Black Bears batter. He's been hit 3 times today. Top 8, 1 down, bases empty next to Stinson. Swing and a miss. All cut
And
off
now
speed.
2-1.
2-1 count. Coming up against the Black Bears right fielder. Now the Black Bears have only scored 3 runs in their last 2 games, but the pitching staff has carried them.
That one fouled off.
They just need 6 more outs from their bullpen. Stinson fouls this one away. Count 2-2. And when Ben's warming up for the Black Bears, that's certainly somebody you can feel confident about. 20 22 now coming up to Stinson. Lefty holds the bat, clears face, slightly open stance, and the breaking ball.
Outside, 3-2.
Outside, tried to backdoor him there, and he fills the count up 3-2. Going with a bunch of, ads along the outfield wall, but also they got their mascot kind of peering in out there. Since he's going to roll well.
Over to first, Ivan Luna's got to flip it over to Hoskins and beat him by a step.
4 out number 2, so 3-1 on the play after the deep grounder. Play it back to that.
And here's Henry Mensch.
Action it over his eyes. It's just an interesting handle out there. He's now Henry
0 for
Mensch
3.
trying to make something happen. He's 0 for 3. Fielder's choice, a line out and a strikeout for him. But he also got a couple of long foul balls over on the left side that they would have hooked the right way. Could have been home runs as he takes the first off.
That one misses 1-0.
Count 1-0. Still under 2 hours here at Walker Stadium, and glad that you're spending your time with us here in KDO. It's the 1-0, and Mensch takes it away.
1-1 on the outside.
They're 1-1. Again, first of a 3-game set. A lot on the line between these two squads. The Black Bears' next 6 games will all be against
1 and 2. Ahead on that one.
opponents here in the first half. Actually, the next 2 after that against Corvallis will also be divisional games. As Mensch swung and missed at the breaking ball, is behind 1-2. Bases
1-2 from Hoskins. Goes down swinging. To the bottom of the 8th. Pickles still looking for that first run. Down by 1.
Black Bears want to hang on to this 1-0 lead. Neighbors coming to bat. We're tuned in to Black Bears baseball.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break of vodka.
After a strong, impressive outing from Kelly Austin, Black Bears will go to the bullpen here. Michael Benz will take over here in the bottom of the 8th. Looking to hold off the Pickles and maintain this 1-0 lead and to take game 1 of this series. Benz this summer posting a 1.62 ERA with 14 strikeouts in 16 2/3, making his 10th appearance of the season, as he will face Ivan Luna to lead off the bottom of the 8th. Luna 0 for 2 with a flyout and a ground out. Again, only 2 hits so far tonight for Portland as we head into the bottom half of the 8th. Working from the stretch, first offering way inside. Luna has to get out of the way of that one. Luna takes the second pitch, high opposite way into left. 1 down.
Actually catches it on 1 foot. Interesting there. And sends him down for round number 1. So Mensch trying a little style out there.
And that will bring up Connor Henricks. A strikeout and a flyout for Henricks.
Henricks flying out, struck out. First time facing a pitcher not named Kelly Austin in today's game as Benz fires one down in the right.
That one just misses the zone on the outside, 1-0.
Henricks for the first strike, or rather for the first pitch. Both of them are actually not strikes. Benz is 1 out. Swing and a miss on the change.
1-1.
Yeah, Benz has got some really great stuff out there. I'm not just talking about the beard. All of his pitches work well. Fires a multitude of strikes with his entire arsenal. It's a big reason why he's been such a huge
Henricks off the fist and right back to Benz for the second out.
collective basket catch and sending down.
And here's Evan Leibel.
Here's Evan Leibel.
And also a flyout and a strikeout tonight. This Pickles offense has not had any answers for the top pitching staff in the West Coast League. Leibel takes the first pitch over to short. Long throw in time by Matthew Schwartz. To the ninth. Still 1-0 Cowlitz.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast.
B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
We already go to the top of the ninth, and we haven't even played a full 2 hours. There's Kerry Arboleda. Scored the only run for the Black Bears so far. Big hack on an off speed, 0-1, as Kyle Hoskins is still out there on the mound for the Pickles. But you know what that means. It always happens. The one game will go really quick. That means the next game is going to go really slow. I'm speaking from experience here. Check swing. Didn't go around, according to Eric Swift. Arboleda fouls it off, 1-2. One, two. That went inside for ball 2-2.
We'll even the count now at 2-2. Well, right after the game, we'll have more of an abbreviated post-game show, but we'll have some wrap-up coverage for you on this Black Bears game as the 2-2.
Just misses below the knees.
Arboleta's bounced back from being down 1-2 to working the count full. No interviews on the road for the Black Bears, and that's what the On the Road with the Black Bears series is for. We'll be taking some episodes and throwing them up on YouTube.
Payoff. It fights it off.
Arboleda attacks one
We do the payoff all over again from Hoskins. Check swing. And this time, Eric Swift says he went around. One down. There's Wilson Weber. A double, a fly out, and a ground out tonight for the catcher.
Weber's 1 for 3 is doubled, line out, and ground out today. First one to the righty is taken down and away. 1-0. First time Weber is facing Hoskins.
Again, game 2 of this series right back here tomorrow night. Again, a 7:05 first pitch. Same with Thursday. 1-0.
Weber presses one, and that's going to be right at.
Right at Ryan Gardino for the second out.
You hit that one right on the screws, but again, you're in the small ballpark. The ball either has got to sink fast or be hitting the gap or out of here in order to be a hit.
Jaden Shepard will step in.
And Jaden Shepard stepping up to the
Now
plate.
batting the first baseman, number 32, Jaden Shepard.
Shepard takes in, he's 1 for 3. Tapped into a fielder's choice fly out. And also had an RBI single. That was the only run scored in today's game. He knocked him carry Arboleda back to the top of the fourth as he
Takes a first pitch strike.
0-1 after the fastball.
Shepard responsible for the only run in this game to make it 1-0. Had that RBI single back in the fourth.
Face off in game number 2 of this 3-game series. Gets all the
0-1.
action starting at 7 o'clock.
Way outside, 1-1.
Right here on KEDO and KEDO AM. Next one is Shepard misses low and away. So now 1-1 coming up to the power of first baseman.
Way outside again.
Down and away. Yet again, 2-1. Machida waits on deck, left-hander. Will like to come up and hit against the side winding righty and Kyle Hoskins. And the 2-1, swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss there, 2-2.
Get noisy, Walker Stadium. Let's go.
Hoskins has got a really nice slider. Deuces file, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, top 9. 1-0 Black Bears leading.
Two's home. That one barely fouled off.
Calm the crowd down just a little bit after fouling that one away. But keeps the count at 2-2. Machida wants to go help get that foul ball. Give it to the ball boy for the Pickles. And now another 2-2 coming on up.
Twos once again.
Shepard scoops
That
one,
one
and that's
lifted foul.
right side. Continue to carry and land out of play in the seats. So we'll do it all over again. Shep has 1 home run this season.
Another souvenir. 2-2 all over again, and this time plunks him.
And now all 3 Pickles pitchers today have hit Black Bears. This is the 4th hit by pitch that they've had to endure. And that keeps the inning alive for Riku Nishida.
So a free pass to first for Jaden Shepard. And here's Riku Nishida, also singled in his last at bat back in the 7th. Also with a fly out and a ground out in this one.
Nishida again starting with his leg in the air. They
Throw over.
But Shepard was barely off the bag also. With his height, he really just had to kind of collapse. Didn't even have to slide down to make sure that he had his hands on there. He's about 10 feet off now. He's got that sliding mitt over on his left hand. Usually the sign of a good base runner. First one to Nishida.
Outside for a ball.
In the left, or rather the right-hander's batter's box. 1-0. Lights are on here, though just barely needed. The twilight sky starting to dip in. But the sun still making his presence known. Here's a 1-0.
2-0.
Exact spot. 2 balls and no strikes after another down and away offer. So Hoskins retired the first 2 men. And now hit a batter with 2 strikes and fall behind Riku Nishida 2-0. Shepard certainly fast for his size, so Nishida can
3-0.
make something happen here, but now he's taking one off the plate again, 3-0.
And Evan Leibel will come out and chat to his righty.
We're going to go out and talk to Nishida. While they're conversing here, trying to straighten things out, we'll take another trip around the West Coast League. So we'll hit that refresh button again to Bellingham still clinging to their lead, but it's now just one run. They are up 4-3 on Port Dallas in the bottom of the 8th. Walla Walla running away from things. They've scored 13 unanswered runs. They're now in the bottom of the 7th, leading 13-3, and Wenatchee jumped ahead of
3-0 from Hoskins. Outside for ball 4. 4-pitch walk. 2 Black Bears on with 2 down.
for Cowlitz as Matthew Schwartz is going to come on up to the plate.
And Brian Grant's going to come out and now talk to Hoskins.
Brian Grant, the pitching coach, coming on out there. And he's going to have a conversation with Hoskins. Now, 2 down, top of the 9th. Portland certainly want to keep this one close as any insurance runs.
And as Cowlitz still trying to provide this Black Bears pitching staff with some insurance runs here heading into the bottom of the 9th. 1-0 Cowlitz trying to take game 1 of this 3-game set.
All games at 7:05 right here on KUAM.com. Scores coming to the plate. Came into the game in the 274. He's hitting 227 with runners in scoring position, 5 hits and 22 at bats.
So with 2 on, here's Matthew Schwartz. As one of the 6 hits tonight for Cowlitz.
Toss out for him. So Schwartz is 1 for 3 today with a single, a flyout, and a groundout. Base hit doubles his team's lead. Hitting the gap scores 2.
Shows bunt with 2 down, lays it down. Hoskins over to first in time. Bottom of the 9th we go. Last chance for the Pickles. They got to get at least 1 to extend this game.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast.
B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast.
B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break of vodka.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go.
White stripes are blaring.
Heading into the bottom of the 9th here at Walker Stadium, a pitcher's duel between the Black Bears and the Pickles. 1-0.
Wrap this one up. They need 3
It will be Jacob Jablonski, Carter Booth, and then back to the top of the order, and Kyle Dernetti. Due up for the Pickles. 1 to tie, send it to extras, 2 to win it. As Jablonski will lead it off against Michael Benz. First offering from Benz. That one below the knees for a ball, 1-0. Jablonski 0 for 2 tonight.
Let's go, Pickles!
combined just 1 for
2-0.
7.
You gotta have more cowbell.
Ben's misses slow here, 2-0. Only hit of the game for, or rather, one of the 2 hits of the game for Portland, gained by Carter Booth, who's the man that's up next. Ben's
That one finds the zone. 2-1.
right around belt level makes it 2-1. Again, Ben's a big time strike throw. You won't see him this
Come on, yo.
And the 2-1.
Jablonski, opposite way foul.
Firm area on the left side, so Ben's right back in the count at 2-2. Again, the Black Bears trying to gain some ground here on Portland. And oddly enough, the Black Bears, they have the best pitching staff in the league.
Off the fists and off the foot.
With that and the foot of Jablonski. So we'll keep it at 2-2. The Black Bears with the best pitching staff in the West Coast League, and no shutouts for them this year. Looking for the decline one here today, especially the way that Kelly
Cowlitz looking for the W and trying to snap the Pickles' 5-game West Coast League winning streak as Jablonski fights it off.
Over on the left side, so we do it all over again. Just joining us,
Overall, the Pickles have won 10 total straight games,
bottom of the ninth against Portland on the road here at Walker Stadium.
including 5 straight this past weekend when they took on 3 Wild West League teams. 2-2 again, Jablonski, and again fouls it off.
So if you're a kid over there that missed the first one and missed the second one, now you got another shot to get a foul ball over there. You see that kid with the yellow shirt? Now at least gonna
Let's do the 2-2 all over again. Jablonski comebacker, and Nishida can't handle it. And Jablonski is on with a leadoff.
try to carry his momentum over a little bit more before he had the baseball.
And they're going to hit Nishida with an error.
The error, so one on and nobody out. It's a rare error by Nishida. Puts the Black Bears in a pretty precarious position.
And we'll get a pinch runner here.
All right, pinch runner coming on in.
It'll be Cam Clayton running for Jacob Jablonski.
Clayton, 46. Portland trying to add some wheels to the base path. Clayton leads the team with pretty solid base
Number 18, Carter.
And now I'll bring up Carter Booth. And with nobody down here in the bottom of the ninth, we'll see if maybe Booth lays one down here to get Cam Clayton to second with one down. Shows bunt, lays it down, beautifully laid, and he is safe at first. Michael Benz tried to cage it, couldn't get a good grip on the baseball, and now the winning run is now on base with nobody down.
pick it up. It's a bunt single for Carter Booth. And now 2 on, still nobody out.
And now we'll get a mound visit here.
Here going to go out and talk it. Yeah, almost certainly a bunt coming up here for Portland. With 2 guys
And you
on
would think
nobody
Kyle Dernetti maybe does the same thing here. Lays down a bunt to try to move up Cam Clayton as well as Carter Booth to second and third. Still nobody down here in the bottom of the ninth. You see the Pickle dugout. They're excited.
fielding as a pitcher. Nishida as well.
We've seen heroics a couple times this season, late in game situations for this Pickle squad. Pickles looking for another late game W.
The top of the Portland order stepping up to the plate. And 1, 2, and 3 are a combined 1 for 9 with Matt Jew having a single.
Guess we have the rally cast. We got the rally upside down glasses.
So the best thing that Michael Benz can
Rally shades.
pitch to avoid this
All
bunt.
right, Walker Stadium, turn it back up. Here is your second baseman.
I imagine
Here's Kyle Dernetti. 0 for 3 tonight. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. We'll see if Dernetti maybe tries to lay one down here, as I said just a second ago.
way in at first base.
First offering from Benz, and Dernetti pulls back for a ball, 1-0.
Benz now 16 pitches, 11 for strikes.
Let's go, Pickles!
Cowlitz with another right-hander trying to roll up.
1-0 to Dernetti, shows bunt again, this time.
Picked up by Weber.
Throw the third, and he is out at third. Wilson Weber fires it over to third base, gets Cam Clayton.
Oregon State puts 1 out.
One down.
That'll go as the ever rare Leo Mosby 2 to 5 fielder's choice.
Now batting for the Pickles, Leo!
And we'll get a pinch hitter here with one down. Here's Leo Mosby. One down. Bottom of the ninth. Pickles down 1-0, trying to extend their winning streak. 5 in the West Coast League, 10 overall.
2 men on and 1 down.
First pitch to Mosby, that one above the letters, 1-0.
278, 10 hits, 36 at bats, 6 runs scored. The triple, a homer, and 10 runs.
1-0 to Mosby. Look out, up and in.
Just glances out of the way, 2-0. He's certainly walking a tightrope back here.
278 for Leo Mosby this season with 10 hits, 10 RBIs. An 11th RBI would be absolutely huge to try to tie this game here in the bottom of the ninth. Here's the 2-0. Mosby gives this one a ride, deep into left center, back, and gone! Leo Mosby with a walk-off 3-run dinger, and the Pickles win it in the bottom of the ninth. More heroics from the Pickles in the late game situations. Leo Mosby with the walk-off, he gets the water bath. They swarm Mosby at home plate. And once again, the Pickles win it on a walk-off home run. The second time this season. First it was Eamon Lance, and now Leo Mosby, the hero here in game 1 of this 3-game series. That one absolutely belted into left center, and Mosby walks it off with a 3-run dinger. And of course, he gets the jersey torn off. Pickles win it 3-1. What a way to wrap up game 1 of this 3-game series, as the Pickles have now won 6 consecutive West Coast League games, 11 total. What a win. Pickles win it 3-1. I gotta catch my breath for a second before we sign off. Leo Mosby with the walk-off 3-run blast as the Pickles win it 3-1 over the Cowlitz Black Bears. Not a lot of hits tonight for Portland, but obviously got the biggest one in the biggest moment. 3-1 the final. We'll be back here for game 2 tomorrow night, 7:05, first pitch between the Pickles and the Black Bears. So long from Walker